Hello there, this is a duplication glitch for Dying Light 1 on the PS4. So if you want to know more tips like how to duplicate several items at the same time and how to do this over and over, make sure to watch until the end of the video. So make sure that whatever you're trying to duplicate is inside your player's stash. So like right now, I am by the way using my secondary account, and it's advisable, really advisable, though it's not necessary that you should use a secondary account, but I think it's better because there's few chances of getting the blue screen error or the game crashing, because I've used my primary account, which has a lot of stuff, and yeah, the possibility of crashing is greater. But yep, whatever you want to duplicate, make sure that it's in your storage. So it could be anything from here. It could be an item, a weapon, whatever. Just make sure that if it's in your backpack, move it to your storage. But we have our stuff already set up, so I'm alright with that. We could duplicate any of these actually, but alright, after that, after your setup, make sure that you're also facing your player's stash. So whenever you press square, you could access what's inside your player's stash. Alright, so when you're alright with that, let's press the PlayStation button and then go to settings and go to network. Then after this, press the PlayStation button or the PS button twice. This is a shortcut. So we have to do stuff quickly here because it's a race against your internet trying to connect to another game. Okay, we don't want that to happen. We don't want our game to connect. We have to cancel the connection to another game. Alright, so make sure that when you double tap the PlayStation button or double press, you will be directly taken to this part of the menu, and then when you double press again, you'll be back to your game. Alright, so from here, let's choose matchmaking, click join, and then take note, there might be two prompts. There would be at least one, but at times there will be two prompts. For the first one, this is a shorter message. Just remember, if it's a shorter message, one paragraph, just press X. You don't need to understand what's being said. Alright? But if you do want to understand, it just says that you'll be taken or you'll be joining somebody's game who is in a different map. So just press OK. It doesn't matter. Sometimes that screen or that prompt won't show up if you or if the game would if you will be joining a game that's on the same map as you are, or if you are the same level or whatever. Okay, so sometimes that won't appear, especially if you are at a higher level or you have made enough progress in the game. In our case, we are just a level whatever, we are at the start of the game. We just finished the tutorial, so there's always that possibility that we'll be joining a different game, so that's alright, just ignore that. But make sure to take note of these three paragraphs message. It is asking us to confirm if we want to join another player's game session, and if this pops up, make sure that once you confirm, you will be pressing the PlayStation button twice. Okay, that is very important. Alright, double press the PlayStation button twice. Sorry. Okay, press X and then double tap and then disconnect immediately. Okay, so after you have disconnected, just go back. Don't do anything else. Go back to the game by pressing the PlayStation button twice again. Okay, so it's a black screen, and let's wait for a while for it to load. It would load us back to the game. At this point, just remember what I'm saying, because it's different every time. I'm not going to tell you to just press X 3 times and then press circle or square several times, blah blah blah. I want you to pay attention to what is being said because it is different every time. This screen will always show up. It says that we will be playing in single player mode. Just press X. But at times, before that or after that, we will see the pause screen, which would say resume matchmaking, blah blah blah. If you see that, always resume the game. Just resume the game. Just try at this point, try to understand what is being asked, not just pressing X every time, because sometimes you will be pressing X 3 times, sometimes you'll be pressing X 2 times. But what is important is this prompt right here. If it says your last checkpoint will be loaded, after this, after pressing X, you have to press square several times. But don't press mindlessly, especially if you are trying to duplicate household supplies, chemicals, and other crafting stuff. Crafting stuff in general, actually. Because if you place your crafting stuff inside your stash, if you press square a lot of times, all of the crafting stuff would be transferred from your stash to your backpack. So there is no way that you could duplicate those stuff anymore unless you do the duplication again. You have to do the entire process again. You would know, and take note of this, you would know when to stop pressing square if the game kind of lags. It would kind of lag and then you would see the contents of your stash. Alright, let's do this. X and then square, square. Okay, I stopped pressing when I seen this screen. Alright, at this point, don't touch anything except the right button on your directional pad. You will duplicate Zaid's flares at this point. So we have already 250 of Zaid's flares just to demonstrate, and we have 50 of Zaid's flares on our storage. So only press right on your directional pad, and then when you're trying to choose from the stuff that you want to drop, just use the big rectangular button to scroll. Alright, like it's a mouse pad on your laptop. And then we have chosen Zaid's flares, and then press R3 and then drop all. Alright, when you're taken to this screen, it means that it has dropped. You have successfully dropped it. But if you keep on pressing triangle and then it doesn't change, the screen doesn't change, you're still at that part of the screen that it says drop all, then you failed. Just restart the game or restart your PS4, because there's nothing you could do about it. That's not going to work anymore. Alright, right now what we are expecting to see is we have dropped some of the flares on the floor. Alright, so look down, there it is. Now we have 50 Zaid's flares. Let's take that, and if you're going to check your inventory, now we have 300 Zaid's flares. So let's go back to our stash and let's check. See, we still have the 50 Zaid's flares that we just dropped. So now I'm going to share with you how to do this again. Once you have dropped the stuff, actually you could do it anytime, but it's actually better if once you have dropped the stuff, you would double tap the PS button and you connect it into the internet immediately before even checking your bag. So again, let's go back and double press the PlayStation button. So now we have 350 of Zaid's flares, and at this point we just have to wait until the game connects to the internet or connects to the servers, to Dying Light 1 servers, and the multiplayer mode is enabled like it says here. If that doesn't show up, just press the pause menu, and you would see that you're allowed to do matchmaking, or you're allowed to choose matchmaking again. You don't have to quit to do this again. You could do this over and over. Just connect back to the internet and wait until you're allowed to choose matchmaking again. All right, so hopefully after we choose matchmaking and do the stuff, we will be able to duplicate different stuff at the same time. I would only recommend this on accounts that don't have a lot of stuff in their inventory like this, because like I said, this is a secondary account. I have all the stuff dropped for me. This is a new, like I said, a new account, and if you could see, I'm just doing the first assignment, which is basically the first mission, or one of the first missions after doing the tutorial part, so I don't have a lot of stuff. So for this to work, I would recommend that you don't drop anything that's like 99. I would only recommend, if you're going to drop something like it's more than 1,000, just drop one stuff at a time. If you have like 1,000 of a certain item or 1,000,000 of a certain item, I haven't tried it, just drop that one item. But for this thing, we will drop the Night Hunter booster, Grandma's eggnog, firecrackers, and Zaid's flares. I don't want to drop anything that's 99 of the same stuff. And you could try, if you want, like drop 99, but the chances of the game crashing is really great. We just have 53, 50, 32, and 50, and that should work perfectly fine. I hope so. So make sure that you're facing the player stash again, and then I think we are connected to the internet. Yes. All right, let's choose matchmaking and then quick join. And then if you see that, just press X, and then if you see this, press X, and then remember to double tap the PlayStation button. Okay, and then disconnect the internet, go back to the game, and then you will be taken to a black screen. Sometimes there's no black screen, sometimes there is a black screen. But then when you see this, just press X, and then when you see this, press X, and then press the square button several times. Quickly, very quickly. Okay, cool. All right. Make sure, I don't want to press anything, but we have 97, we have 5 times of the Night Hunter, so probably 53. I'm just going to press the right on the directional pad, and then we have here, as you could see, 53, and then we will be dropping 50 of Grandma's eggnogs, and then 32 firecrackers, and 50 of Zaid's flares. Alright, so let's try R3, and then drop, and then again using the big rectangular button, I'm just going to choose eggnog. Okay, so if you don't see anything on the screen, like it doesn't say drop or whatever, it means that you're able to drop. And then let's drop 32 of the firecrackers, drop, and then drop all triangle, and then Zaid's flares. So let's press R3 and then drop all. Okay, then press circle, so they all should be on the floor. So we have the Zaid's flares, we have Grandma's eggnog, we have, oh my inventory is full, we have Night Hunter booster. Okay, all right, we'll just go back to the flares. Okay, let's go back. Oh no, no, that's not the flare, that's the firecracker. So now we have 350 of Zaid's flares and we have 50 of Zaid's flares in the storage. So let's place them all right there. I think this is much better to do if you have more stuff or more space in your backpack. I haven't I like I said, this is a new new account. Not really a new account. I haven't been using this as a primary account. Like, I have no intention of, maybe in the future I may have the intention of playing the entire game again or whatever, but let's see. Now, alright, so we have here 32 firecrackers. We don't have firecrackers before in our backpack, but now we do. So, alright, I would say that our duplication process was successful. So I hope that this video is able to help you with duplicating or doubling or whatever with your stuff, with your inventory, because some stuff are hard to obtain in the game. So I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.